Yes. Today we have a small talk, let's say. Your happiness is in your own hands. I think that is the name of our topic. And maybe some of people, you complete first time to hear me, and my English leader not so doing well, and therefore, but hopefully you still go to understand. But yes. I think before I'm talking, your happiness is your own hands. I like to talk three different things. Is the body feel is a bliss, mind feel happiness, and there's something have a beyond the body, beyond the mind. That's what I call peace. You know, body is feel bliss, and mind feel happiness. And the body also possible feel pain, and the mind feel suffering. Therefore, we all know what mean bliss, we all know what mean pain, and we all know what mean happiness, we all know mostly what mean suffering. Therefore, body, mind, something beyond body and mind. Therefore, I like to say bliss and happiness and the peace. That's how I like to give name today. But I always say in this, we have animal realms, we have animal, we have animals, we have human beings, and we have something beyond animals or beyond human beings. The animals also experience bliss and pain. And the bliss and the pain is more experience of the body. And then human beings, of course, human beings, we also have a body. We go to experience bliss and the pain also. But the happiness is something very speciality of the human beings. Yes. And therefore, we are human beings, have a very powerful mind. Therefore, we possible expanded our happiness is just nearly unlimited. And also because of our mind, we possible expanded, our sufferings is also unlimited. Therefore, pain and the bliss, more pain and the bliss we experience the sensory level, and thus I don't go to talk so much today. And happiness and the suffering we more experience mental level. And the human beings, we have this powerful mind. Because we have this powerful mind, we possible very much happy, or we possible very much suffering. And to be, maybe I say this way, they have a true main obstacle to be happy, maybe I say. Of course, they have lots of obstacles, but they have two main obstacles. One obstacle is fear, and the second obstacle is expectation. I think it's where they have lots of species in this earth, but nobody have look like a human being. Nobody have the expectation and the fear look like us. We possible expanded our fear is just beyond ourselves. We possible expand the what to say, expectations or fears, yes, beyond ourselves. Therefore, I'm always saying is maybe I say is the fear is a demon of the happiness, and the expectation is the enemy of happiness. Yes. Therefore, and again I say, fear is a demon of the happiness. Is demon of the happiness. Expectation is the enemy of happiness. And they have two antidote practice, or mainly is the practice of letting go and contentment. I mean, I always saying, of course we born with the fear. I say this way. We born with the fear. I mean, we born with the fear. I think is correct, as I say, is fear we never learned. We don't learn anywhere to fear, and we don't learn anywhere expectation, just we know. And this way, I say, we born with the fear, we born with the expectation. Therefore, expectation and the fear we call knowledge without learning. We never learn, it's just the knowledge. We all born with this knowledge. Therefore, of course, I say the antidote of the the fear and the expectation and the practice of letting go and contentment. And the fear and the expectation is a very powerful influence. Influence. Once we have the fear, we are not longer ourselves. Once we have expectation, we are not longer ourselves. Therefore, practice of letting go is helping you are free of influence of others. and the practice of contentment, allow to be happy yourself, let's say this way. Allow to be happy yourself. And the practice of letting go, make we are free of influence of others. And the practice of contentment, allow to be happy yourself. Therefore, they have two important practices. Therefore, what I want to say, they have two important practices. Yes, and therefore, I like also today, I know it's a little short time, but I like to little practice this. You know, it's very powerful. It's quite a simple practice. Maybe we all try to keep straight your spine and relax your shoulders. And deep breath, breathe in. And deep breath, breathe out. Relax your breath. Feel your mind and relax your mind. Try to soft breath, breathe out. And that's time you feel practice of letting go. Whatever you keep in your life, something's make you unhappy. Or anything you're keeping in your body, something's make you pain. Anything you keep in your mind or holding in your mind, something's make you suffering. In your life, something's you hold, what make your problem? Or what make your problem? Maybe you're holding something in your body, something make you pain. Maybe you something hold in your mind, something make you suffering. We hold things what we don't like, things what make we problem, things make we a pain, things make we are suffering because of a fear. Therefore, soft breath, breathe out, moment of breath, breathe out, filled or practice letting go. Whenever you breathe in, feel good. Whenever you breathe out, feel letting go. You practice more letting go. You feel more. You feel more this inner space. We experience this kind of external force, internal force, or secret force. Wherever have this force, they have tensions. Wherever have tension, there you feel problem, pain, and the sufferings. Therefore, once you practice letting go, and you feel less and less. You feel less and less. You feel less and less problem. You feel less and less pain. You feel less and less stress. Soft breath, breathe out, and feel letting go. Feel the power of letting go. And the soft, long breathe in and feel good. Feel good. When you breathe out, feel letting go. When you breathe in, feel good, feel happy. Feel good, feel happy. Soft, long breath, breathe out. Feel letting go. And the moment of you feel letting go, you feel this release or liberation or this freedom or this space. When you soft, long breath, breathe in, you feel good and you feel happy. soft, long, deep, complete breath. Breathe in. And soft, long, complete breath. Breathe out. Soft, long breath. Breathe out. And filled or practice of a power of letting go. And soft, long breath. Breathe in. Feel good and happy and contentment. Okay, thank you very much. Something look like this. Maybe it's a little beneficial. Well, I think we are talking today. Your happiness is in your own hands. I already told it before. Is we have this we have three important influence, or three kind of influence to influence us. One, of course, our life. Second, of course, our body. Third, of course, our mind. Therefore, they have a three powerful influence us. You know, in life give influence us, of course, and body give influence us, and mind give influence us. That's why we call three limitations. Our mind make limitation us. Our body make limitation us. Our life make limitation us. However, mostly we are in joy with influence. You know, we want happy. We want more happy. We need more influence. Yes, many people suffering because of influence. Many people also happy or celebrate because of influence. We don't know how to be happy without influence. You know, influence. And we see influence is kind of a happiness, or influence we see some kind of freedom, or we see influence as some kind of power or whatever. And in the Buddhist teachings, we say, nobody free of influence who ever born in this earth. Yeah. Birth is one of the greatest influence of us, of course. Life herself, greatest influence of us. And the death is also one of the greatest influence of us, you know. However, whoever born in this earth, we are not free of influence. That is clear. But not only this, and we still want more influence, you know. We already born with influence. We born with life. We born with the body. We born with the mind. We born with already influence. And we already have some kind of problems. But we want more influence. And because we think we want more happier, you know. Therefore, the practice of letting go, you know, practice of letting go is a practice of free of influence. One example, you know, today somebody say, oh, Tulku Lobsang, you are a very nice person, you are a very nice teacher, you are incredible. Yeah, that's his influence. Maybe it's good influence. I'm going to be happy, you know. But I won't hear again, you know. Somebody, I don't know you or not. Somebody say, good thing, I want to hear few times, least. And somebody say, oh, Tulku Lobsang, you're very nice, you're very good. Of course I hear, but I pretend, I say, oh, what you say, please again? Of course, if somebody really say honestly or whatever, I'm so happy, you know. I'm so happy. And therefore, I try to give influence other. Of course, I try to be nice, I try to be kind, I try to be whatever, you know. I try to be all good things, and maybe, I try to talk nice way, I try to think nice way, I try to be nice others, and then maybe I give this influence others, then others make me influence, and this make me happy. Conclusion? Yes. But of course, and not always people talk nice thank you, or not always nice things go to happen in our life, you know. I always say it's it's not always say nice things, not always happen, it's good things in our life. This is clear. We are samsaric world. Therefore, is somebody say, hey, Tulku Lobsang, you are really not nice, you are not good, you are da-da-da. Of course, I don't like to hear that. Yeah. And that's give me influence. Not only I don't like to hear this, maybe this hurt me. Not only hurt me, yeah, and just now, maybe next 1 month or next 2 months or rest of my life, you know, especially somebody who I trust, somebody who I love, and somebody, somebody who my near and the dear, who I trust, who I invest everything, who I did everything, who I give everything, he or she, and to not be so nice me, or, you know, it's so painful, you know, I don't know, you know, it's so painful. I don't know how to come out of this pain, you know. I'm sure I'm not possible to go to kill this person. I'm just joking, you know. What I do, you know. And anyway, I don't think you possible kill, but it's kill. I don't think this anyway solve, but maybe you have more problem. And yeah, I'm just joking. But yes. Therefore, we practice of letting go, and the practice of letting go is to make free of influence of others. Of course, we possible happy with influence of others, but we just need to be happy ourselves. Therefore, my shortcut, what I want to say here, once you practice, maybe I say this way, maybe I say another way. Many times I used to say this way, you know, we in the human beings, we have one interest in nature. We are, or consciously or unconsciously, we are kind of following in the problems. We have a saying in Tibet, we have a saying in Tibet, you don't help others, otherwise they forget you. We say, you don't make problem others, otherwise they always you remember, you know. You know, we have a saying in Tibet, you know, just the saying, interesting saying, we say is don't help others because otherwise they forget you. Because always good things, we always forget it. It's not easy to remember. It's good things, that's why, that's the meaning of the saying. We say, don't help others. I mean, that's not mean you really don't help others, but don't help others, otherwise they forget you. Don't harm others, otherwise they remember, you know. We always remember something what we don't like. We always forget something what we like. We always remember bad things. It's more difficult to remember good things. That is very interesting, you know. We always want to feel good, and to things make we feel good, we are not always easy to remember. We never want to feel bad, but things make we feel bad, we always somehow remember without the practicing, you know. You don't need to practice I don't think every morning you stand up to practice to feel bad, you know. Well, what I want to say in here, is human beings, we have interest in nature, is something's what we don't like, or something's make we are suffering, or something's make hurt us, or something's make problem us, whatever. Yes. We go to remember. Oh, because of fear. And that's why we always say fear do three important things. Fear always invited things what we don't like. Fear is first fear invited things what we don't like, and the second and the fear holded things what we don't like. Third, fear never allowed let go things what we don't want it. Okay, again to say, we say fear is a demon of our life, fear is the poison of our health. Yes. Because fear, once you feel the fear, the moment of you feel fear, and when you feel fear, your things hold it, or you're following, or you're thinking, or you hold it, or you're keeping, whatever you call. Therefore, fear invite things what we don't like in our body, in our mind, in our life. Yes, fear have a very much power. Fear have a power to, create your life is a complete hell and disaster. Fear is one of the most powerful emotion. Therefore, fear invited things what you don't want in your life, or fear is invited to things what you don't want in your body. Fear is possible invited things what you don't want feel in your mind. Therefore, first fear is inviting things what we don't want. They have one good medicine of the fear and the practice of letting go. Is really organic medicine. Maybe I say organic medicine is, and also is practice of letting go is not really, I would say it's not a rough, maybe, okay, I don't say it this way, maybe this my English no function, maybe. Maybe I don't say it this way. It's a very soft practice, very peaceful practice. Sometimes we have some antidotes, but it's quite tough antidotes, What is antidote to fear? Maybe you tell me something, but it's already you feel this tough, But you see, I say, what is antidote to, the fear is very rough. Fear is look really rough, look like a rock and roll, is look like a fire, rough and yes, very strong. But you are very soft antidote. What is? Practice of letting go. I'm already so tired, I'm already exhausted, and my life is just look like war, And then you say, yes, if you have so much fear, maybe we have a good antidote to practice, but maybe what I need to go to practice is maybe too rough maybe I don't have this energy. But my shortcut, yes, fear is a very rough emotion, but practice of letting go. You see, he's not fighting to fear, It's very interesting. He may go to make a peace with fear. It's very interesting. Okay, shortcut. And therefore is the second is the we always say fear is the hold things what we don't want it in our life. Or second, fear hold or some illness hold it in our body, something we don't want it, or fear in the sometime hold something's what we don't want it in our mind. The second job of the fear is he hold it. He hold it. He hold it. First, he invited what we don't want it. Second, he hold it what we don't want it in our life, in our body, in our mind. That's why we say fear is a demon of life. Fear is a demon of our health. Fear is a demon of our happiness. Of course, we have individual fear, we have a family fear, we have a continent fear, we have a country fear, we have a world, we have this collection fear, you know. Yes, they no have any worse demon than fear. Once fear is a go head of human beings or heart of human beings, we are more terrible than demons, or we are transformed demon, let's say. Fear is possible create war. Okay, however, my shortcut and number third, fear not allowed letting go. In your life, you have problems. In your body, you have health problems. In your mind, have some problem, whatever problem of life or health or happiness, whatever you have problems. Number third is fear not allowed to letting go. Therefore, I say again, fear is the ghost of your life, and the fear is the poison of your body. Fear is a demon of your mind. Fear is have a power to create your life hell. Therefore, they have one organic, maybe it's correct, organic or one nature medicine or antidote of the fear is a practice of letting go. I like practice of letting go because it's so soft practice, you know. I don't know. Some other practice I need so much energy, you know. I need to be. I don't know. I need more energy, you know. But the practice of letting go, really, look like I don't need really energy, you know. It's just so nice practice, you know. So nice practice, so peaceful practice, you know. Therefore, Yes. I mean, I'm always saying here, we are, let's say, I mean, generally, we are following of the problem of the past, you know. We are, maybe I always say, because of fear, we are following of the problem of the past, maybe I say. And because of expectation, we are waiting happiness in the future. Something's what we don't like, we are following because of fear. Something's what we like, we are waiting because of expectation, you know. We are look like waiting happiness. I'm sure not everybody waiting, but I don't know what you mean. But I think with my life experience also, you know, of course I have a generally happy life, but sometimes unconsciously I'm kind of waiting in the best moment, you know. Really, you know, I'm sure you all have, you know, in your life, you know, today, you know, I think so. Somehow, I think we all waiting the best moment of the world and the best moment of a country, you know. It's best moment of year, best moment of month, best moment of day, and the best. Somehow I know it's the best now, already is the best, but still I waiting the best, you know. And waiting in the best is not a big problem, but the biggest problem, what I want to say, that's why I say expectation is the enemy of the happiness. Why? Because of expectation, and we're waiting happiness. Waiting happiness, and waiting happiness, I think is the main reason to really we are unhappy. I'm sure there are many other reasons we are not happy, but one important reason is waiting happiness. You just stop to waiting happiness, maybe you're already happy. Therefore, in my experience in my life, you know, I'm sure you also, it's a best moment. But I always need to really remind myself. I need regularly remind myself, hey, Tulku Lobsang, this is the best moment. We don't know, but I say this is the best moment what you have now, and just make enjoy, you know. But because of expectation, we are waiting. Therefore, my conclusion is what is the antidote of expectation is the contentment. Content or contentment. I think whoever want to be happy is please practice contentment. Is once you practice contentment, you find it treasure, or you find it treasure of happiness in you. I'm sure there are many ways to be happy, you know, because of weather, because of I go to meet my friend, because of I eat momo, or because of drink Coca-Cola, or because of you know, all this. Of course, there have many, yes, but is who really give you true happiness is contentment. Contentment make you our most richest person in happiness in the world. Without contentment, Maybe you are most richest man, woman in this earth, but mentally you is the most poor person or most poor man and woman in this earth. The measurement of the poor and the rich, or measurement of the richness is how much you have a contentment. Rich in the pool, yeah. Therefore, I'm always say people, happiness is not so much do how much you have, Looks like you have more, you are more happy. You have less happy. It looks like. It really looks like, but it's not true. You have more, no guarantee you're more happy. You have less, is no guarantee you're less happy, However, what I want to say here, in practice of maybe what I want to say. Yeah, practice of letting go. We give example of a king in her own palace. We say king in her palace. One king in her palace, nobody possible give influence. Nobody possible make problem. He fully protected. It's but the king is the practice of letting go is we example give a king is look like in the palace. King in the palace, nobody possible nobody possible go to make problem. He fully protected. Similar, once you have practice of letting go, nobody possible go to hurt you. Nobody possible make you really hurt or problems. Without practice of letting go, everybody possible hurt you. Everybody possible hurt you. Or everything go to make you hurt you. Therefore, practice of letting go is look like king in the palace. Is safe. I want your king in the palace. I don't want the king in the street. I think a king is go to street. I don't know what go to happen. Maybe everybody ask a signature or everybody throw away eggs in the head. I don't know what, Something look like, I think a king is, I don't know, is a king is a go to in the street, just herself, without anybody around. I don't think he have a good, I don't think he's safe. But the king stay in the palace, I think he's safe. Therefore, I want you king in the palace. I don't want you king in the street. What really mean is what really mean in the king in the palace means practice of letting go. Why? Why I say practice of letting go, why I say king in the palace means safe. Because with the practice of letting go, nobody possible hurt you. Nobody possible take your heart. Nobody possible go to break your heart. You are safe. There's no other way to be safe your heart. Maybe you are most you are most powerful man and woman in the earth, but you still no possible go to save your heart. You are most maybe rich man and the woman in this earth, but you still no possible go to buy to your heart. your money, your power, no possible go to save your heart. What make you really save your heart is a guarantee is the practice of letting go. Once you have a practice of letting go, I say, nobody possible go to hurt you. Nobody possible make you suffering. You never become slave of others. I think king is go to in the street, maybe he becomes slave of others. Oh, okay, I'm just joking. Therefore, yes. Practice of letting go make you are fully protected. Nobody possible hurt you. Otherwise, your heart never safe. Everything possible make you hurt. Therefore, my conclusion, practice of letting go, king in the palace. I want you king in the palace. I want to be king in the palace. I don't want king in the streets. If you want be king in the street, please practice fear. How much you can. How much you can. Morning until evening you practice fear. Of course you don't, maybe yes. Practice of fear make king in the streets. It's not safe. The practice of letting go, king in the palace, means is safe. Nobody possible go to hurt. Therefore, my conclusion, what I mean, we are following things what we don't like. We are holding things what we don't like. And that's make we're king in the street. We are just following, correct? We are holding, we are thinking, we are remembering, we have attachment. I don't know, things what we don't like. We are just kind of addicted to thinking or following or to holding things what we don't like. And that's make you king in the streets. King in the streets. King street means without bodyguards, yeah? Therefore, nobody know without bodyguards. You understand what I mean? King in the street means, this is a traditional example. I don't know really you understand what I'm talking here. Maybe I have better examples in the car and the motorbike and the bicycle or mobile and iPad something, but still I'm not catching, Yeah. Sorry. We are following, or we are holding, or we are not letting go things. Things make we a problem. And the things make we a problem. You know, I know, world know, or we all know, things make a problem. But still we are holding, or still we are inviting and holding and letting never allowed to go. And that's name we call kin in the streets. I don't want kin and be in the street. I don't want you be in the street. Yes, I want kin in the palace. And what really mean in the kin in the palace? Letting go things what make you hurt. Letting go things what make you unhappy. Letting go things make you our problem. Really, I mean, what you're waiting, what you're waiting. You already enough wait. You are already enough, hanging around the street, now enough. Come back home now. And come back in your palace. Enough suffering in the street. Please come back. Means enough following our fear. Now is time to practice letting go. Ladies, gentlemen, many problems you possible solve. Some problems, of course, some problems you possible solve, You may be hungry and you go to bakery and you buy a piece of bread and you eat. It's kind of okay. You don't need to say letting go. Maybe you're hungry and then I don't think you need to practice of to say letting go. I don't mean that, I hope you understand what I'm talking. And we say this expectation is the enemy of happiness. Why I say that? Because expectation always make you are waiting, things what you like, or expectation make you wait happiness. The waiting happiness and never allow to be happy now, here, yourself. Therefore, I'm sure there are many reasons we are not happy. Because of weather, because of traffic, because of your coffee, because of your neighbor, because of weather, many things. But I think one great important reason of we are not happy ourselves, the expectation. Sometimes we have expectation others, or sometimes we have expectation also ourselves, Expectation is really make we are blind and happiness. Therefore, whoever wants not happy forever, or please practice expectation, Therefore, you don't know how to unhappy and to practice expectation, how much you can, and then never you go to be happy. And maybe I say the antidote, or to be free of to expectation, is practice of contentment. And we always give example. Once you practice contentment, you go to look like you found it, treasure, or we say you found the treasure under your house. We give example, you know. They have a poor family. Let's say they have very, very poor family, and they're suffering so much because they're so poor. They don't have nothing. Of course, there's no possible help anybody, but they're just suffering themselves because they're so poor. But under their house, they have a treasure of gold. Maybe just, I don't know, 1 meter you dig, and they're coming maybe gold, look like, you know, it's just endless gold under their house. But they don't know. Yes, their gold is always there, but they don't know. And therefore, they are suffering over poor. But once they discover gold is under their house, of course, they're no longer suffering of poorness, their self, but also their possible help around them. We give same kind of example. You know, you found it, contentment. You found that contentment in you look like the poor person found it treasure under their house. Means once you discover, once you practice contentment, you go to discover happiness in you. You go to find the treasure of happiness in you. Therefore, we all human beings, naturally we want happy, naturally we don't want suffering. Wanting happiness, who give answer? The best answer is contentment. Don't want to suffering. Of course, there are many answers, but the best answer in the practice of letting go. You know, we all want happy. Nobody wants suffering, you know. And wanting happiness and don't want the suffering is not culture. You know, we born with that. It's not a religion. We born with that. Nobody born with the culture. Nobody born with the religion. Nobody born with the philosophy. Nobody born with the science. You know, but we all born with the wanting of happiness, and we all born with don't want to suffer. You know. If you want to be happy, it's the best way to be happy. Practice of contentment. Is a practice of contentment is look like a poor person found under the house the treasure of gold. Is a practice of contentment make you find happiness in you. Practice of contentment yes, very powerful practice. Therefore, my conclusion, the following of problems is because of fear, waiting happiness because of expectation. And the practice of letting go, we are not longer following things what we don't like or things what we make hurt. And the practice of contentment, we are not longer wait happiness. Conclusion, that is the meaning of life. We have endless questions, countless questions. All of the questions come from one, all of the questions come from one question. What is the one question? I say, we all want to be happy. Nobody wants the suffering. And this is the source of a birth of all questions. I want to be happy. I don't want the suffering. And that is the beginning of all of the questions, the beginning of all of the needs, beginning of all of the wantings, And my shortcut again, practice of letting go, you are free of influence of others. And the practice of contentment, allowed to be yourself. Therefore, in Buddhism, we talk enlightenment, enlightenment. Enlightenment means in the Sangji. Sangji means, Sang means liberation, I think. Ji means awakening. Yes, liberation and awakening. And the practice of letting go make you liberate. What liberate? Liberate things what you don't want it. And, practice of letting go make you are free or free of influence of others. Practice of letting go make you free of influence of others, or make you liberate influence of others. And the practice of contentment, we say awakening. Practice of contentment, we say awakening. What awakening? The practice of contentment, you discover you are the happiness, You are the happiness. Or practice of contentment, to be happy yourself. Or you go to discover happiness yourself. Therefore, free of influence others, and to complete be yourself. Therefore, practice of contentment, allowed be yourself. And the practice of letting go, and you're free of others' influence. Therefore, liberation, awakening, enlightenment. Enlightenment means liberation and awakening. What liberation? Liberation of influence of others. You more fear, you have more influence. You more fear, you're more and more influence. You more and more expectation, you're less and less yourself. Therefore, concept of enlightenment, free of influence of others, and complete be ourselves. Free of influence of others, what the meaning of liberation. And the complete be ourselves is the meaning of contentment. Therefore, and maybe we try to make one very short practice one time more. That's okay? Maybe, yes. Okay. Deep breath, breathe in, out. Oh, sorry. Keep straight your spine and relax your shoulders. Feel your body. Practice letting go. Deep breath, breathe in. And deep breath, breathe out. Practice of letting go. Feel your mind and relax. Feel practice of letting go. The practice of letting go make your kin in the palace. Means with the practice of letting go, nobody possible hurt you. You also no possible hurt yourself. Nobody possible go to hurt you. You are complete safe. Look like king in the safe palace. Feel letting go. Practice of letting go make you free of influence of others. Without practice of letting go, looks like you are king in the street, alone. King in the street alone. You are not longer safe. Somebody go to hurt you. Breathe out. Feel this practice of letting go. Letting go is the true liberation, is the true freedom, unconditional freedom. Freedom, nobody possible take away. Deep breath, breathe in, soft and long. Deep breath, breathe in. Feel yourself. Feel this contentment. Feel this contentment. You are enough good, you know. You just, contentment means you need to happy who are you. You don't need to be more. You don't need to be less. You don't need to be longer. You don't need to be shorter. You don't need to be smaller. You don't need to be bigger. Soft, long breath, breathe in. Feel contentment in the deep in your heart. Once you find the contentment in your heart, looks like the poor person who found the treasure of gold under her house. You have endless wealth. Means once you find the contentment in you, you have endless happiness. Never go to finish. Happiness never finish. That's why I say your happiness is in your own hands. Thank you very much. I shortcut to say, I don't want to be king in the streets because no safe. I want to be king in the safe palace. Means practice of letting go make you king in the safe palace. I don't want to be you poor person under your house, the endless treasures, yours. I don't want your suffering because of poor, but at the same time, under your house is just endless gold, or treasure of gold. Means I want you to discover this gold. Means I want, discover, I want we practice of contentment. Once you practice contentment, you find the treasure of happiness in you. And your happiness never finish. Because you find the treasure. Yeah. Then my last sentence, I'm always used to say, whoever want unhappy, never forget to change others. I always say, whoever want unhappy, never forget to change others. And whoever want to be happy, never forget to change yourself. Changing yourself is maybe difficult, but is possible. Maybe, I don't know, changing others, I don't know you say difficult or not, but it's not possible. Yes, my shortcut, changing yourself is happiness. Changing others is a suffering. I hope you understand what I mean. And thank you very, very much. And everybody who ever come here and the way of my teaching, how I say, they have any mistake, I say something wrong way, whatever, and please compassion me. And thank you. Very happy to see you here now. Okay.